excuse me. I beg, won't I start rubbing white powder on top foundation?
But is that one cheap?
White powder.
At least it's cheaper than your
250 before. It's like 650, 800.
At least it's far cheaper than you. Honestly, we need to look for a way around it.
I thank God for myself because the powder I bought in the beginning of this year.
It's
what I'm using because I hardly ever even bother putting anything on my face.
You know why you're still using it? You bought a very good one.
No, I hardly rub anything on my face. The other day I was even looking for the powder when I needed to go out to show how bad.
Maybe because you're more of a radio person. You know, I do TV, so you can imagine you just have to, go with your powder, do all the makeup and everything. It's honestly, it's 10,000. And I was looking at that 10,000
and I'm sure the next time you go to buy it,
because you just have to, because you have to look good. As a woman, you have to look good. And being on TV too, you need to look good.
Honestly, I was telling my girls, I said, I think we'll have to look for a way around it.
Anyway, somehow
we do the white powder thing.
Somehow we always get around. But well, we just had to like vent out because that's the best way to do it. That's the best way to do it. But right here on Eve, of course, as usual, we have something interesting that will tickle your fancy. Remember, we always know how to bring the right kind of topics to your doorstep. Of course, Eve is a program that talks about just about everything that concerns the world of the woman. And as usual, we always want to feel your pulse. We want you to join in the conversation. Numbers to do so are 0810 608 1681 or 0818 202 5883. You can call us or you can send an SMS, whichever you prefer. Feel free to do so. Well, today on Eve, we are going to be talking about proper disposal of sanitary pads. Did I hear somebody say, is that what you're talking about? Yes, that's what we are talking about today. We've talked a lot about issues in relationship. We've talked about menopause. We've talked about sex. There's nothing we've really not talked about on Eve. So today, let's talk about proper disposal of sanitary pads, because honestly at times I cringe when I see the way some ladies just literally just throw it anyhow. I'm like, okay, this is something that is supposed to be very personal, private. You're supposed to dispose of it very, thoroughly, properly, somewhere clean in an hygienic way. So that's what we'll be talking about today. And not just that, but also keeping the intimate garments properly. So, as usual, you've heard YK, I have Cuckoos, I have Akuna, I have Eunice, and I have my producer here, Olivia Humphrey, and of course my humble self in Kemtilim Atta. So let's get to it, ladies. Let's talk about proper disposal of sanitary pads. Yes, YK, let's start from you.
You see, when talking about proper disposal, just talk about let's talk about proper hygiene. Because a woman that is naturally clean will dispose a sanitary towel in a clean way. Honestly, it's just hygiene. For me, I tell my girls, no tearing pieces. There's some ladies who say tearing pieces and putting in the toilet. And no, don't do tearing pieces and block my toilet with this. No, don't do that. But what I tell my girls, when you bring it out, fold it properly, roll it. There's a way I teach my daughter that you roll it the other way, that it staples again. So when it staples again, you put it in the first nylon, you tie. You put it in the nylon number 2, you tie. Then you take it to the bin. We have a bin outside. You throw it right inside the bin. That's what we do. I'm not of the school of thought that you accumulate, you put it here. No. Because we're talking about blood here, and blood is life. Blood is life. It's just like saying a dead body. When you leave a dead body, maybe 2-3 days, what am I saying 3 days? The 24 hours, you begin to hear
the stench.
Yes. So that's the same way the blood is. So you make sure that you dispose, and not even dispose, like someone like me, I have been almost everywhere. I have been in my room, been here, been there, I've been in the kitchen, I've been everywhere. So someone like me that has been everywhere, I do not expect you to dispose it like that. The main bin that they will come and carry it. For me, that's just it. And no piling up, no, no
storing in one big nylon bag.
No, that when I finish, I know when I was living in the females hostel, I know a lady who always quarreling. She say, she cannot be going and coming. She cannot be going and coming. So she will say she wants to pile and pile. No. That is a no for me. No, I'm naturally someone that my girls, they know me. I'm clean to a fault. There are some people like that at times I will tell myself, why can slow down? Maybe you should try and be dirty a little bit. You understand?
Yeah.
So,
okay. I personally, I think I've heard too many stories, and from boarding school and the experiences and all, to take my pad, tie in a nylon and throw in the dustbin. I will not do it because there were times where people just randomly come into school, escape and try to pick pads. So we've heard different stories of how like people use pads for diabolical things and all. So I am the type that would finish a circle. I'll put like everything in a line. I'll tie it properly, put it somewhere in the toilets. When I'm done, I burn it. I will not carry my pad and tie it in a nylon and throw it in the dustbin. No way.
Well, probably because you use your toilet alone.
Because when you tie it in different nylons and keep, how many days is a period? By the time nobody will know what is there and keep it in a spot. Because I can't just be throwing the pad one by one, just like throw it. When I'm done, I burn it. Because the stories I've heard, you've even seen some people in public toilets pick pads. I don't even understand people go to public toilets and just drop their pad. They will change their pad and remove and drop. I've heard like crazy stories about how people pick up these things and use. So it's in my head, and I will not do it. It gets to the point where, okay, if it's something I can't even keep, I will wash it and pour the water away. When I wash it, I'll make sure I wash it white and soak it with typo. Yes, and then I'll throw it away. Because it's stuck in me, the crazy stories I've heard, and even seen like from boarding school as to what people do with menstrual pads. Because some people tell you stories tomorrow, you don't know what you did. You can't have a child or something. I'm not trying to say I'm too spiritually inclined, but we've heard crazy stories about how desperate people can go. When we hear stories about how people use pants, so what is now the pad?
Evil parts too.
Yes.
Evil parts, I've heard stories too. Funny enough, I share your sentiments. Before I was just, disposed of in a public space, but I will ensure that I wrap it thoroughly, before I put it in the dustbin. But after hearing stories of how people go around looking for sanitary pads,
Some of them even hire your cleaner.
I gave myself sense.
Yes.
I told myself it's a no. But Eunice, let's hear from you, Eunice. Yeah.
When I was growing up, the training I got was just similar to what she just said. My mom will insist. In fact, she actually gave me training on it. That was when I started my menstruation. She would tell me, you use pad, and when you finish using it, you squeeze it, you wash it, and make sure you squeeze it. Let it be dry. Keep it in a nylon until after my menstrual cycle, and I will take it out to burn. So she was so superstitious then. So she believed that anything that has to come from you should not be exposed, should not be taken away by anybody. So that is exactly the training I got. That you need to wash the pad, wash it properly, dry it, and keep it in nylon. After your cycle, then you take it out and burn it. Ensure that it gets burnt.
What about people who use bits and pieces, rats?
Yeah,
their
it's
pads.
also
No,
wait.
You're going to wash. Yes, you're going to wash. After washing, what happens? Where will you put
spread
it?
it in your toilet now.
Yeah,
Inside and not outside.
Since you can use rag
when
now,
you spread it outside, how do people know that is what you're using?
When you begin,
There's a way. You see, I once had a housemaid. She was using
Rag.
pieces rag. So I now asked her, I said, how do you handle this? How do you do it? She said she will wash it. And, you know, when she was saying, I got irritated, you know, washing it. So that means the pail we're using in bathing, you use it too. So I have to separate our own bucket for her, you know. So some use it that way. They will wash it and dry it. And it's because of the cost, you know. Not everybody can afford buying sanitary pad every month. So they prefer to use the rag and they wash it. And when they wash it, they ensure that, well, except for those that are well and that are cleaned, you know. So otherwise, washing rag.
But in your going for these days, there are even pants that come with the sanitary pad. It's already inbuilt in it. I saw it the other day. I was like, wow, this is really nice. And I know some NGOs actually distribute to some secondary schools.
Disposable pants.
Yes.
Yeah, disposable pants.
So
We
wash.
even have what was that one? Reusable. I was trying to, because I did an event for some teenage girls, and I know I gave them some sanitary pads, and so I'm trying to remember reusable. Those ones are reusable.
You mean menstrual cups?
Yes, well, there was a time we did menstrual cups also, you know. So, but this time around it was reusable
similar
pads.
to the use of rag. You know, you have to wash it.
Yes,
you know,
you have to
and
wash
dry
it.
And the washing is also very.
But this one even
important.
looks more decent in the eye compared to those ones like pieces that you have to.
But
bring
like
pieces
people
together.
that come,
No, but
you
the
know, that
thing
are
is
in
that,
villages and all that, they are
I
not
see-
really exposed. So that's what they use. And who's
No,
that?
but I see nothing wrong in using, you know, if you can't keep it clean, if you using your materials, you know, for it right now. If you can't tell yourself that you can't keep it clean, then I see, because even some people sometimes we get stained on our pants and we have to wash it.
That's
correct. So it's the same thing, like you're washing the clothes here. So if you can keep it clean, keep it away from bacteria. Make sure that when you want to spread, you sun dry.
Yeah, not keeping it inside.
Yes, you sun dry, because now, for
Personally,
me,
I have issues
When you
with
washing it, you
have-
ensure you wash it with Dettol. You understand? You put Dettol.
Personally, I have issues with sun drying your underwear.
okay.
In as much as it's quite healthy, but there are those insects that lay eggs
Yes, I was going there.
on these underwears. We've seen stories of a particular woman who spread her bra outside, and then those things laid eggs, and in the end, they have like a hole that turned into like a big pus, and they removed the larva from inside. So you can imagine if that happens in your, you know.
No, I was going there,
Private
that you
area.
sun dry and you make sure the people that, you know, because I do a lot of sensitization on all of this, you make sure that you iron. That's very important.
Iron.
You make sure you iron. Because even I, as a person, in my younger days, like, for someone like me, my immunity is low, so I easily get, you know, things and all of that. In my younger days, I used to have, you know, a lot of toilet infections, and, you know, doctors, we went back and forth a lot of times. So he just concluded that probably it could be, you know, the eating bacteria from my panties. Now, he said something. He said it happens, but ladies that have a very low immunity will easily, you know, there are some bacteria that they die of, or they, you know, they heal themselves. And sometimes there's a way they said it that time. So what I do now, since I was a young lady till now, I avoid the contact between my panties and my vagina. So I use a panty liner.
Okay.
You understand?
But how will you use that? Because
It's just like your sanitary pad.
because you use sanitary pad.
I've been using it for over 20 years.
But even the doctors and
When does
gynecologists
it
have
breathe?
advised that
When
you
does-
should
when
let
does
your
your
vagina breathe
Yes.
also.
Yes.
Because those panty liners also sometimes contains chemicals. There's nothing like free flowing, you know, air, you know, in
You
your
know, there are several kinds of panty liners. If you Google, even when you want to buy, you see some will tell you these are perfume, this one blah 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 blah. So you take your time. Like today when we're shopping, You know, my girls told me, this is one. I said, no, this is a particular brand I buy. You understand? So these things, because we are ladies, we have to be careful about these things. You have to read instructions, you know, about all these things. There are some that, you know, are perfume free. There are some, they also, the makers of these liners and, you know, toiletries for ladies also, with, you know, with civilization, with sensitization, with the knowledge, more knowledge every day in, day out, they also get to know the pros and the cons of these, and they also try to improve on their product to avoid, to, you know, what could, you know, affect, could have a negative impact, you know, to the lady using it, so that, you know, some things like that will not demarket them also.
I just want to say that, you know, panty liners, you know, are perfect maybe when you're going out, you know, when you have like okay, you have an outing or something, you're going somewhere and all. But it's quite important that when you are home, once you are home,
let it some fresh air.
When I'm at home, I don't even do pants.
You should let it fresh air. Just allow it.
That's true.
And there's some
When I'm
days,
home, I'm home. I'm
there are
just
some days that you don't even need the panty. Like, for instance, if you're wearing a dark colored outfit or something, you don't even need it.
the
You know,
panty.
yes.
But some of us is just there in our head.
Just most times, just free it. And if there's anyone that contains perfume, don't even use it.
That's it.
All
Yeah,
these
that's
people
it.
that I see, femme spray, all these femme wash. The vagina is a natural cleaning.
Yes.
It cleans itself.
Yeah.
So also don't use soap to wash up.
Not douche.
Do not douche. All these things, it naturally cleanses it. So that's why people end up with yeast infection, bacterial vaginosis, because they put all sorts on it. And it's not supposed to go there. And also, whoever you are with, they can sometimes imbalance your pH level, because that's also another important thing.
How?
You keep because some people meet some people, and every time they meet them, they end up with
One
story or the other.
one story or the other. So always try to, if you can even take like probiotics, and some are very good for, you know, the woman's system and all. Your intimate items like your lingerie and everything, as pants, change them at least every 3 months.
Regularly,
The ones you use for period should be different from the ones you wear
precisely.
normally, because periods are a bit messy. We all know that. So the ones you use for period should be separate from the ones you keep normally. After 3 months, try and buy new ones and mix. When you're home, if you're home on the weekend alone,
I don't share that
Free
sentiment.
the girls.
Periods are messy.
Periods
No.
are messy.
So it's clean.
No. Periods are just, it's part of a part of life for a lady. So
you don't
I would
understand. You're bringing up is not part of life.
It's
Bad
periods
blood.
are messy. I don't want to use
That
that
is
word.
clean. Periods
No.
are messy.
I don't want to
No.
use that word messy.
There's nothing wrong in saying it's messy. I'll give you points why I say it's messy, because during your period you'll be uncomfortable. You have to be watchful to see that you do not stain yourself. During your period, blood is coming out. During your period, you are in intense
And it's
pain.
not even clean
Yes,
blood.
during your period, you are in intense pain. During your period, you have to keep clean so that you will not smell funny.
That's it.
So
So
that
why-
is what it means to be messy. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing. You're not understand. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but people, if you ask me, do I prefer to be on my period, or I prefer when I'm not on my period? Of course, it's when I'm not, because when I'm on my period, I'm always checking to make sure that am I safe? Please help me check, sister. You know, all these things I have to check. I have to watch how I sit, what I wear. At that point, my mood is crazy. I can't eat certain things. In fact, on my period, the first 2 days, I'm unable to eat. So it's a messy this thing. You even you that owns the blood self, you know, sometimes you're like, let this thing just come and go. Sometimes the flow's so crazy, it gives you mood. So
Well, it could be demanding.
So
But
that's it.
I don't know. Messy for me, it's not.
Nika, would you tell me that you enjoy every second of your period?
That's why I said it could be demanding, highly demanding. But you know, I don't know.
You cannot do a whole lot of things when you're in that cycle. You can't. You have to be extra careful.
Well, it depends on individuals. It depends. In my very, very, very young days, you wouldn't even know. When I look at myself now, I'm like, oh my God, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. My period comes and goes. Nothing.
And most people, you don't know that.
No. What I mean is that when I said you wouldn't know, is that it's almost apart from the fact that I have to do my parts and all of that. I don't feel pain. I don't feel, no, I live my normal life. And that was in my younger days. And I still see some of my friends, even, at this age, in our very late 40s.
Complaining.
Ah, yeah. And I know even I as a person, before I got premenopausal, I know I was, immediately I clocked 40. Period was something else for me. So I think it varies from.
But when I mean messy, I don't necessarily mean.
Another point I want to use to buttress that point is that, you see, it also depends on how often you clean up during your menstrual period.
Yes, clean up is the core. Why I say messy.
You understand? Because there are some ladies, once they wear the first pads, they will wear it all through the day.
You can't do that. It will hurt you. It will hurt you.
Some will say
It'll hurt you to start.
it
will be
smelly.
yeah.
Some will say because they don't have a heavy flow.
Every
so
6
it doesn't
hours,
matter.
you're supposed to actually
Then not
change.
all ladies know
Yes.
that. There are some ladies that will wear one from the morning and they won't change it until evening, which is very, very bad.
Some will say, do you know how much pad is? Just know that once, even if you flow heavily, like if you have a heavy flow, ensure that this is something that you're expecting every month. So just budget that you're going to buy two packs.
No, but if you
that you're going
cannot
to use,
okay.
and if they're even cheaper ones now, good enough.
If you cannot even afford your the sanitary towels, go for the cotton materials, and you have to live within your means. We all know what it is now. We're talking about tampon off the mic.
Yeah.
And tampon is almost 10,000 naira. You can imagine, and one tampon is not enough for you. You understand what I'm talking about? So you try and live within your means. If that is your challenge, you psych yourself up and brace up and tell yourself, this is what I got to do. After all, we go into the delivery room. We deliver our babies. We get our wrappers stained with blood and all of that, and we do wash it. So what are we talking about here?
There was a time I was in a gathering. I was sitting by a lady. In fact, I could perceive from the odor that she's in a menstrual period because she was really smelling of that menstruation.
Like maybe
So
an infection.
I to imagine if she has even changed her passing selectum in the morning. That is why I said that. You see, it matters how often a lady changes her pad in a day,
But
which is very important. That makes it messy,
Yeah, exactly.
What surprises me is that this kind of people that keep their sanitary towels for that long, that even someone sitting beside you will still perceive the odor. You yourself go.
No, they don't.
No, they might not. They don't.
Really?
Yeah, the way you are trained and the way you train your child, you understand, is different from the way another person. Some parents do not give the pep talk, towards the child's period and all. Most of them don't know that you're supposed to take care of yourself, you're supposed to change your part. Most people cannot smell themselves, so that's it. When we talk about body odor, people have body, they don't know that they have it. So you won't know that this place is also smelling too. So if it smells normally, now mix it with the blood that you leave for hours. So it's important to change. And when you are disposing, some women are really silly. They just dispose of the pad like it's biscuit nylon. They just leave it carelessly, anyhow, anywhere.
Even these companies, they actually, the pad is usually in a wrap.
Yes.
Meaning when you remove it, if you wrap it in that same wrap, you can just, put it.
Fling it carelessly. Like they throw biscuit. And I'm like, you're not afraid. It's even disgusting. I don't want to see your blood.
Some people even forget in public spaces.
Yes.
They just leave it in the toilet. I'm like, okay.
Excuse me.
Some people don't even flush well after them. I'm like, what is all this? You can imagine you want to use the convenience, and then you go there, you're seeing someone else's blood it just doesn't make sense. So let's try as much as we can to be, just be clean. Let's be quite hygienic when we're in the public space. But I, for started, I kind of will go to a public place and sit down. I would just hang. I'm just scared. I'm scared, because I don't know who used it. I don't know who. Infection is real.
The only part where it may just happen is when you are pressed, that kind of food that you already.
And I will use tissue, clean, put everywhere, use wipes.
You never meet the kind shit where you
No.
Cuckoos,
Akuna,
are we doing your body
Akuna,
after tissue
Akuna,
first?
let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's more psychological. I'm sure you ladies must have seen at times, and I'm going even, to just to wee. I go with my bag. In my bag, I have the what do you call it now?
Wipes.
Not just ordinary wipe.
Antiseptic one.
Antiseptic wipes. I have my antiseptic wipes. I have my sanitizer. So when I get there first, I flush. I use my antiseptic wipe. I clean up everything. I carry my sanitizer. I'm telling you, that's my religion. I carry my sanitizer. Maybe because for me, I'm conscious of the fact that my immunity is really, really low. So you see, my girls, they know I'm going there. It's there permanently. It's not too heavy for me. I'm carrying it. So so it's psychological for me. Someone like me, and toilet things is also psychological. You could feel like peeing, for hours, until you get there. It will not be as if you are not the one. So that's the way it is for me psychologically. So I can't just, you understand. So you can like imagine me in my period, and I go to use the toilet. In fact, ordinarily, if I use the toilet to pee or that's the least we do in the toilet, isn't it? I still check so that the person coming in
Will meet it
after,
clean.
God bless you, after me will meet it clean. I still make sure, we have a call.
All right, let's see who we have here. Hello, good evening. Yes, good. Hello, yeah. Who are we speaking to?
Yes, my name is Blessing.
Okay, Blessing, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Lagos.
All right, Blessing, talk to us. What do you have to say concerning the topic, sanitary, proper disposal of sanitary pads?
I'm sorry, it's something else I want to ask about.
Okay,
Connect.
what do you want to ask? Go ahead. What do you want to... Yes?
Yes, I want to ask if the program hosted by Moses Humphrey,
Oh, it's still on. Yes. Right after the news at 9, you call at that time.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, right after the news at 9.
Yes.
Alright, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. All right, well, if it is right here on Metro 97.7 FM, and today we're talking about a proper disposal of sanitary pads and keeping the intimate garments
And now,
properly.
talking about intimate garment, let me go to this other angle where a lot of girls are,
Pile up. So
doing wrong. Your bra. They will buy black bra, you buy black bra. Every lady has a black bra. Everybody has a black bra. But you will not wear that black bra. You will not wear it.
so that kid
That bra will be begging you because it's black. Once you soak that bra inside water, the water will be black. And I don't mean the bra is fading, no.
Yeah,
The
the
water I'm
dirt.
just showing because. So let's try and change because we sweat. So the sweat will be on the armpit of the bra and it will accumulate and smell. So we deceive ourselves to say, oh, the bra is a dark color so it can't smell. So we need to take care of that properly too, because you see some people under their boobies they have like rashes and all. Also because the bras are tight, then with sweat.
And some don't also clean after.
Yes, lift it up if it's big and all, and just clean it and wipe it because it will smell too if you don't clean it properly. Raise it up, clean it. It's very important. And raise
I
it
like
up.
the fact that you're saying
No,
that.
other than even the rash and all of that, do you know that medical practitioners they have come out to say it's cancerous? That wearing your bra for too long without washing it causes breast cancer. Yes, that's what they are saying now. So I don't know.
And if you're at home, you don't even need to wear all of these things. Allow the people to
Free
breathe.
yourself.
Once I get home,
Breathe.
once
If
I
possible,
get
be
home,
naked. Let your body
Honestly.
breathe.
once I get home, that bra. If I'm at home 2 days, 3 days, I won't wear bra.
And what? Please,
Are you saying if I'm at home
Yes.
for 2 weeks?
That's what I'm saying.
I
2
no
days, 3 days, I won't wear bra.
undies. Honestly, I love my freedom more. Honestly.
Me that will be alone. I'm not even wearing.
And you have to be
anything.
careful. No, I like the fact that you talked about that breast issue because there are different types of breasts.
So if you have the one that is standing, good enough. But if your breasts have started like falling down a bit, that's the type here. They call it mango. Ensure that you lift it up and use your towel and clean it, because at times as you're growing older or as you're adding as per your weight size, the breast is increasing and so it's changing, and meaning it might start falling. You're laughing, oh god. So you have to clean. Yes, you have to clean. You have to clean, because before you can say maybe 10 years ago your breast was not this size, and so you could just afford to just go like that without cleaning, and you don't have any mark on there. But as your breast is growing bigger, you have to ensure to use something dry once you bathe, and then you clean, so that you don't have all those ugly marks. You don't want your husband or your boyfriend telling you, what is this?
No.
The mark, and it's to look good for yourself.
No, the mark could be.
Yeah.
You know, some people, like I have a mark. You know, it could just be the you know, because some of us, if the bra is not so tight, you're not comfortable. Not comfortable. So it could be. But the bottom line in all of this is that, you know, as a lady, keep a good, you know, a proper hygiene. You know, please, all our body parts are highly sensitive, and we are prone to odor every point in time. And, you know, try as much as possible, you know, make yourself smell nice.
Just when I was even younger, you know, my mama taught me that your underwear is like the lightest thing. When you take it off in the morning, wash it and spray. Don't pile it. Some people pile their underwear.
Some people do, because they
And
want
then
to soak it with warm water,
they soak it.
and all of
Even if you want
that.
to pile it, at least a few days.
Yes,
Some people
for me-
pile it for weeks on.
No.
It's too much.
No, for me, because I want to throw in the washing machine, wash machine. So, you know, it could be, you know, for a couple of days. Well, of course, I do wash my washing machine every. You know, every.
My hand, I don't use washing machine to wash my pants.
I don't even believe that washing machine can do that thing very well.
I feel it's
myself-
like I feel it's
because for me,
my pants
I
last.
don't.
week.
When will you use washing machine? I wash everything washing machine.
All those spots now.
Well, for me, there are no spots in the sense that
Because you use panty liners.
I
that's
use
why.
panty liners, and even for my bras, I don't use bra twice. I use one bra.
But does
one
it
day.
not like I don't know
Expand
the or like
Slacken it.
No,
or
it doesn't.
reshape the bra?
No, you don't. Well, you put your wash machine on delicate.
Okay.
You put it on delicate so that, you know, it doesn't squeeze it, you know, so much. I use my wash machine for everything. I can't keep myself.
Okay, and so
Stop life.
I can't come and die.
after washing, how do you dry your undergarments?
How do you?
How do you dry your undergarments? Do you spread out in the public
you
place?
Well, not for me.
Is there an exhibition?
I don't spread out. I have like a hanger
Yeah,
in my
in my
toilet where I hang
Some
it.
ladies will never
close to
wash
the
their
window.
panties and then they leave it for a long
To
time.
actually touch your own.
There's nothing I'm more afraid than those insects petting
yes,
on it.
yes.
When
But
there's
you
no
iron.
light,
But you
if there's
iron
no light,
after.
if there's no light,
No. What you do
You
is
iron and keep.
no. Akuna, what you do if you want to sun dry?
Yes.
You pack it in.
I don't even want
Before
everybody
the
to be
sun-
seeing my business.
Before the sun,
That's the point. I don't want
So
anybody
you
seeing my
place where
underwear.
You bring
Where
it
is
in
that?
your
Corridor?
No,
This
you bring
But
it
there's no
in
corner.
before sun sets. When the sun is still there heavy, those small insects won't stay.
plenty people in the compound will now know the color of the pant I'm wearing. And this auntie know they wear G string. This auntie they wear G string. They will now be arguing. They will be arguing in the corner.
For me, well,
Say,
I do indoor things. I don't think I've even ever done my
After this,
as a little girl, as a young lady, as an adult.
For people who live in these public houses, face me and slap you.
they will spread it in
out
their
there.
rooms.
You have to spread your gears outside.
Yes, now.
That's like the corridor, same corridor, share.
Are you
In
kidding
their
me?
rooms.
Sun is
So
good.
they will now gossip. This auntie, they na old mama panta alaja she dey wear. This one na G string she dey wear. No, spread your this thing.
Actually, I remember sometime I think I had to Scott with a friend. I traveled to Sokoto, so I didn't have a place yet. So I
Sokoto.
Scott with a friend. So, you know, what I did then was that each time I bathe, I wash my undies in the bedroom and I squeeze it. I use my towel to squeeze it, and I'll come to the parlor and use iron to iron it. So I tried. That's the way I.
You were not spreading at all.
No, I couldn't spread because I will go to work. Will I now spread my clothes?
That trick was the fastest trick.
Is
Even
it-
in
is
boarding
it-
school
I
for your
use
clothes
my
to
towel.
dry.
I
You
think
see
it's
it
not
with
just
the
about-
towel.
use my
It's never just
to-
about
I mean,
that.
to
But
dry.
because of the days we live in
That's what
too,
I did.
you don't know who can take your own
Yeah,
days.
I can't spread it, So that I'll just squeeze it with towel in the bedroom there. And when I'm
But if you have a
pressing
private
my-
compound,
when
there's
I'm
nothing
pressing my
stopping you
clothes,
from
I'll
doing
just-
it. Yeah.
I'll just press it and it's dry, so I keep it in my bag. So that's what I used to do then. And I think I was
You were
good to
fine.
go. Yeah, I was fine.
Well, for me, I think it's my private, and I teach my daughter to like my bathroom. There will always be the toilet. There will always be a line in the bedroom, and in the toilet there will always be a line. So even if I by mistake see your bra outside, they know me. So what's the meaning of this outside? So that's for me though.
So is that one of the things you teach us on your day?
Oh, my daughter, my friend.
Yes, your program.
Yes. My daughter, my friend is coming up. It's happening in 2 days' time on Friday at LCCI, Lagos Chambers of Commerce and Industry, 10 Nuruddin Olo Popo Alausa, Lagos. Yes, my daughter, my friend, it's all about cementing the bond between the mother and a teenage girl. In this time and age where you find that women are very busy and, unconsciously they tend to neglect their daughters, not that they want to, but somehow it slips away probably because of their schedule, responsibilities and everything. And we all know the times we find ourselves in. So we'll be talking about intentional parenting and even to the children also at this time and age where you find that they are going into adolescence and they want to have their own private life. They want to confide more in their friends, their peer groups, other than their mother. You see, there's one fantastic topic we'll be talking about. The topic is Gen Z, no alternative to mom. Stay close. So we'll be talking to the daughters also. We're talking about societal pressure and and the girl. We'll be talking about building trust between your child. What happens when your 13-year-old girl walks up to you and say, "Mommy, I have a crush." You begin to bind and loose. Do you begin to holler and all of that? What happens when your girl comes up with you with those unimaginable questions that you dare not even think about when you were our age? What happens when your daughter is drifting away? What are the signs that you will see and to know that yes, my daughter is drifting away from me? And when your daughter is beginning to keep secrets, how would you begin to know? These are many more other things we are going to do. And we have also side attractions. We are going to have a mother-daughter competition. We're going to be testing the bond between the mom and the daughter. We're going to have comedy. We're going to have martial arts also. We're going to have a martial arts master.
Teaching the girls how to defend themselves.
Yes, self-defense. Yes.
That's nice.
We're going to have him calm. He's going to teach, the girls, some little things, because, over the time when we do 4G dance, I'm a girl, good, great, and a genius. Yes. So let us know that to let yourself free from a predator, it's not only in the strength, but it's in the tactics. So when you are being held in some way, in one way or the other, this is how you sleep out and all of that.
Nice.
We're going to be doing a lot. We have parental coaches that are coming. We have ladies in their adolescence that are going to come.
I can't wait to experience this. I already feel
So what time and is it open for everyone?
It's
what time?
Open for
Events, the
everyone.
venue.
Everyone. It's free. It's free as many. Well, you come early. We intend to start 10 on the dot.
No African time.
Yes. So because honestly, I'm scared. I was discussing with Joy today. I said, Joy, this thing is getting bigger than myself. She said, it can only get better. This is a season 3. It's a biannual program. It's from the stable of Yinka Kenny Girls Care Foundation. This in my foundation, what we do is we cater for the feminine gender from cradle to grave. projecting their unspoken pains. That's what we do basically. We give ladies, may it be a teenager, a young adult, a mother in a middle age, or even the elderly, we give them a voice.
All right.
You know, we project their voices and all of that. So,
The venue,
okay,
the
it's
venue.
coming up.
The venue.
Lagos Chamber of Commerce
Okay.
and Industry, LCCI, number 10, Nuruddin Olowo Popo, Lagos, Alausa, Lagos.
All right,
The time is 10 on the dot. And, well, if you have maybe something, maybe a question to ask or something you want to talk about it, let me just bring out a number you can call and ask, you know, everything you want to ask. So the number to call is 081 0814. I think it's 0814. Help me with that number, Maria. Tosin's number.
081 455
081455
3.
Oh my God, where's Tosin? Come and bring out your number. Fast. So because some people might want to, you know, ask some questions about, but the most important is that this one-day conference is power-packed and it is free of charge. And we are blessed to have our keynote speaker, the First Lady of Lagos State. She has promised that, you know, she will be there. She's a keynote speaker and she will be talking about keep her close. That's the theme of the event of that day. So the number to call is 0814 553 6635. I take it again. 0814 553 6635. For the last time, 0814 553 6635. So you can call that number and ask any question you want to ask. Don't forget, it is happening on Friday, the 27th of October, just 2 days time.
Yes.
And the time is 10 a.m. prompt. You are
Invited.
welcome.
Yeah.
Say, come one,
Come on.
come
I
all.
love the way I love that you are so passionate about this, and it's really good. I know it's going to be well attended, and we'll definitely be there.
Yes.
Ladies of Eve will
Yes,
be there
we'll definitely be
representing.
there.
Thank you so much. I love you, ladies. Thank you for your support.
I love
Thank
you
you,
too.
thank you so much. Thank you, super duper producer, like Nkem will say. Joy, Ebo. Thank you so much. Thank you, Olivia. Thank you, Akuna Nkem. And Eunice. Thank you, everybody. I love all of you. And a big thank you to the management of Metro 97.7 for giving me this platform, giving me the opportunity, and for the support. I am very grateful to the general manager of Metro FM. I say thank you very much.
Well said. But okay, as a way of rounding up, let's just quickly wrap this, you know, up. When it comes to, you know, I liked what you mentioned earlier on, Akuna, talking about regular change, ensuring that you don't get to use the same undies from January all the way to December, and even if possible into the next year, you have to change. Randy, some people, they will wear their undies until they start showing that it's about time. It's about time. Do you know some people even sew? Do you know some people sew their undies?
Wow.
I'm like, it has expired. It's telling you, it's
I want to be
throw me
changed.
away.
Na part don cost o.
Wait.
Part don cost o.
There's no
Is there
crime in
emotional
sewing.
attachment to the past?
No, if you don't have there's no crime in
Yes,
sewing.
Don't crime in
There's
sewing.
no crime in
Then
sewing.
you're not gonna put
This
that
is
part
the way
outside, right?
Nigeria can happen
Then
to anybody.
then your partner will be seeing you using needle and thread to sew your pants.
Tear it and turn it to G-string.
But let's try and change.
How am I going to
Let's
do
try and
this?
change. Let's try and change our undies. Just like, you know, dentists recommend change your brushes every 3 months. So even the doctors would also recommend that you don't use your pants all through, and don't use the same undies for the normal days for your periods. No. And even if you have to, just ensure that you keep them clean. Use antiseptics. Make sure that you soak, you wash thoroughly, you iron too, and please dispose of your sanitary pads properly. Yes, in the public space, especially at home, as you're busy, you know how you're going to do it. But especially if you're in the public domain, please try as much as you can dispose of thoroughly. Thank you very much, Akuna. Thank you, Cuckoos.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eunice. Thank you, YK. And I know your program is going to be eventful. It's going to be a success by the grace of God.
Amen. Amen.
Producer Olivia Frey, thank you very much. My name is Inkem Delim Atta. Of course, Eve shall make a return. Come next week, Wednesday, at exactly 6:15. So you do well to join in the conversation. All right, Olivia, I want to say something.
Yes. You called me Humphrey the first time.
Efron!
Someone is on
Olivia Efron! Did I say Humphrey?
Can't say much.
Answer questions.
I
I'll
You go explain, Taya.
I am so sorry. Because Moses on duty. And perhaps because she also called the caller asking for Moses. Olivia Efron, please pardon me. Come next week, of course, Eve shall make a return. I believe you with this one, feeling good, regardless of what the economy is saying. We'll always have a reason to jollificate, to celebrate, and have a really good time. Feel good. That's a song coming to your speakers right now. Stay right here on Metro 97.7. Good evening to you.
Yeah, nice show.
Thank you, Madam Olivia, because we don't forget. If not that, you reminded that.
Do you know, I had it in mind, but for some reason, we talked. So when she thank God.
Even me, I did not even remember myself. But somehow,
Yeah.
when I checked the topic, I didn't even expect that the topic was going to be this, interesting and all of that. So, when Olivia now just popped in, I said, I can see your life. Just see your life in the open. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody. Thank you for the love. Oh my God. Times like this, I begin to say, God, what have I done to deserve all the love I get?
No, you've done a lot for us.
Honestly, from far and near, everybody is like, YK, okay, YK this, YK this. I begin to say, God, who am I? What have I done? Some people, they won't give you money, but they will make you feel so much more important than you are. And you go back to your corner and begin to say, me, this small me. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So I will see you next week.
Sure, by God's
You'll
grace.
be too busy.
Next week, what's next week?
Just
I have
take a break.
today
That's
has a location
November.
on the 4th.
That's first.
Next week is
October, right?
Third. No. Next week is first.
Yeah.
Yes, by God's grace. We should come and talk about my daughter, my friend, what went down.
Yeah.
Okay, why not?
Yes, we should come and talk. Yes, what went down. Yes. Thank you, ladies.
All right.
All right.